Okay, Speev, Chapter 3. Chapter 1 and 2 are available on this channel. Also, a video game is running. I played it and defeated it. Okay, here we go. Speev, Chapter 3. Speev was always getting yelled at by adults. He took shortcuts across private property and got yelled at. He found his way into the projection room at the movie house and got yelled at. He was going to do what he could to not get yelled at today, and quietly, he hurried for a nearby crossing that he knew well. There, he had placed 3 fallen tree branches in the water, and crossing was easy. He'd crossed the water there a bunch of times, and never even got wet. Well, almost never. Today he was in a hurry, and his haste affected his balance. On his last step, his foot slipped off of the branch's wet wood and splished into the ice-cold water. "Dang it," Speev muttered to himself. Luckily, he was inches from dry land, and the water was shallow. It didn't even reach the top of his shoe. "I need to put a big rock there," he decided, but he didn't stop to do it now. He headed for the nearest hiding place, the claw. The claw was a crack in the bank that began about 2 feet up the dirt wall. From there, it grew larger, until it branched out into 3 claw-shaped crevices. The view from above gave the impression that a huge monster had grabbed the top of the wall. What remained was a scar of the damage it had caused. At least, that's how Speev saw it. He had a pretty active imagination. His friends couldn't see it until he explained it and showed them the area from different angles. But when it dawned on them, they all agreed. Of course, no one, including Speev, believed that any monster had carved it, but they all called the spot the claw. The claw looked cool, but it also had other advantages. It was easy to climb, and Speev had climbed it plenty of times. He could climb it fast, and in seconds he had pulled himself up the wall. He reached the center and crouched low, watching and listening. From the center, Speev could see a good distance down both directions of the creek. He could also see a great deal of the surrounding fields if he stood up and poked his head above its edge. But for now, he chose to remain hidden. If he sighted anyone walking the creek, he could easily disappear from their view inside one of the claws, or climb to the fields and escape by running. If anyone approached from overhead, he could slide back down to the creek and escape somewhere else. 10 seconds passed. Alright, we'll stop there. So the next part I wrote, I'm not real keen on, I'm not real happy with, but I thought this was a really good introduction to a story and character. So instead, what I'm going to do with it is try out AI Dungeon, which is a new artificial intelligence program. And I'm going to throw Speev into that, and we can all just kind of find out what happens at the same time. So maybe you'll come back for that. And thanks for watching and listening. And so yeah, I might take a break from this first though and do something else instead, because it's I don't know, there's a million things that I want to do, and I can never really hold to doing one thing ever. So, I'll jump around probably to something else and come back to this another time. So I might just like wrap this up as season 1 and film some more and call it season 2, or I don't know. I was thinking of improving the space station and what else? Oh, I want to compile a long movie, a public domain film, and put segments, stuff I've already done. So that's gonna happen as well, because that won't be for YouTube, although I'll put it here because right now I'm only on YouTube, but that has got to change as soon as possible because YouTube is, well, but whatever. There's this, I think there's a better home for Star Space out there. I just need to find it. So anyway, yeah, all of those things said, I should stop ranting about now and just, okay, bye.